D11 Pedro made an announcement regarding today's patch. Quote, "Hello everyone, a new patch with lots of fixes is about to go live today at 12 p.m. BST. I'll be sharing the patch notes soon on the changelog channel. Changes updated the hostile indicator and timer that appears after equipping a weapon inside a safe zone. Restored missing crates and sunken ships on the ocean floor. Turret laser in the large fishing village now has a visible beam. Junk pile scientists are a bit less aggressive and won't chase players as far as they used to. Crash fixes. Fixed a rare audio crash when driving a boat. Fixed a crash caused by the contents of a note. Fixed a crash caused by auto turret lasers. Fixed a crash that could occur when approaching the oil rig. Fixed a crash that could occur when entering the tech tree. Fixed a crash caused by moving items up the crafting queue. Fixed a crash seen when using the vending machine UI. Fishing increased the bait value of worms, made it easier to fish while sitting in a boat. Small sharks can now be caught with the fishing rod. Made the fishing bobber smaller. Fixed the fishing game tip showing the wrong controls. Fixed the player being unable to move while canceling the fishing action. Fixed a missing button prompt for removing bait from fishing rods. Fixed graphical issues when fishing and when watching other players fish. Fixed being able to use items without bait values as bait. Fixed being unable to catch fish when standing on rocks. Fixed players sometimes being unable to fish in rivers. Fishing village, you can no longer use the kayak to clip through the fishing nets. Changed the netting around the fishing village to a brighter color. Lowered brightness of the boat shop lantern at the fishing village. Nighttime lights at the fishing village turn off a little later. Vending machines at the fishing village will no longer run out of kayak and paddle blueprints. Fixed missing shadows in the fishing village. Fixed missing collision on the shop roof at the large fishing village. Fixed players getting pushed into the water when another player purchases a boat, if they're fishing at the fishing village in the spot where boats spawn. Fixed texture issues on multiple items at the fishing village. Fixed areas of fishing village that could cause players to rubber band. Fixed some lights at the fishing village being visible during the day. Fixed animals being able to attack players in the fishing village. Fixed boat ownership at the fishing village not being removed if the boat isn't moved within 5 minutes. Fixed being unable to open a door at the shop in the large fishing village. Player made it easier for players to jump out of deep water. Damage taken from wooden floor spikes now matches screen shake and controller vibration. Fixed players taking damage when falling onto climbing nets. Fixed the quick drop setting not working with the building plan. Fixed player shadow always showing an M39 rifle equipped, if there is one in their inventory. Fixed controller vibration sometimes being triggered even if turned off in the settings menu. Boats, kayak and paddle added to the workbench level 1 tech tree. The camera won't tilt so much when sitting on a kayak. Made it easier to access boat storage after the boat has sunk. The kayak can no longer be pushed while a player is mounted on it. Stopped water clipping through boats. Fixed being unable to control kayaks from the back seat. Fixed being able to flip boats upside down by throwing melee weapons at them. Fixed rubber banding when driving rowboats. Monuments, removed duplicated blue container box at the oil rig. Added some boxes so the players can reach a platform above the red keycard room at large oil rig. Fixed heavy scientists sometimes spawning in without holding a weapon. Fixed missing vent doors on the large oil rig. Fixed lights flashing on and off at the oil rig. Fixed texture issues at the oil rig. Fixed being able to place items inside the launch site. Fixed fuse box at the train yard lighting up when there is no fuse equipped. Fixed light from the searchlights at the sewer being visible through the walls. Fixed texture issues on ladders at the harbor. Fixed being unable to use sewer ladder at the power plant. Fixed texture issues at the bandit camp. Weapons. Fixed being unable to use the hunting bow immediately after crafting. Fixed being able to fire weapons before the equip animation finishes. Fixed fire arrows not being extinguished when switching weapons. Fixed repeating reload animation on the crossbow. Fixed missing reload animation on the pump shotgun. Fixed multiple grenade launcher and ammo missing from the vending machine UI. Items lightened the texture on fire barrels. Stone pickaxe can now be used to harvest flesh. Reduced the cooldown time after using a large medkit. Made it easier to see out of heavy plate helmets. Reduced health points of the watchtower. Increased capacity of water jug. The torch will go out more quickly if submerged in water. Increased the range of light produced from the torch. Softened the light produced from tuna can lamps and miner hats. Fixed water bucket losing texture when dropped from inventory. Fixed flickering texture on bucket helmet. Fixed being able to hang shotgun traps off the edge of foundations. Fixed the diving mask screen effect still being displayed when viewing the map. Fixed display of the oxygen timer when using the diving tank. Fixed the barbed wire on high external wooden gates dealing no damage. Fixed graphical issues when using the 4x zoom weapon attachment. Fixed being unable to use CCTV cameras as cost items on vending machines. Fixed being unable to place a bearskin rug on walls. Fixed being able to cancel the torch extinguish animation. Fixed idle auto turret audio missing when players wake up next to them. Fixed planting spots in planters being blocked by big pumpkins. Fixed being unable to destroy foundations that are placed underwater. Fixed collision on the small water catcher. Fixed the sandbag barricade having no animation when destroyed. World reduced to the amount of pistol ammo that can be found in toolboxes. Fixed items zooming away when dropped on a slope. Fixed the helicopter killing players and then spawn killing them again. Fixed light sources passing through walls outside of player line of sight. Fixed texture issues on power generators. Fixed the color of power lines. Fixed some areas where players could get stuck. Fixed the attack helicopter not appearing on the map. Fixed missing textures on debris made from destroying campfires. UI resized icons on the map. Using a hammer to upgrade building blocks will now give a visual indicator when you don't have enough resources to upgrade to each material. Fixed stack splitting UI not closing if the inventory is updated. Fixed being able to research broken items. Fixed losing water when swapping fresh water and salt water between containers of different sizes. Fixed flickering icons in the inventory. Fixed position of the water bucket UI. Fixed 0 not being displayed on the UI when opening a code locked door. Fixed code lock UI not always closing after 4 numbers have been entered. Fixed being unable to stack scrap when moving it from a container to the inventory. Fixed swapped clothing being dropped instead of being added to empty space on the hotbar when the inventory is full.